Okay, आप कैसे हो?
मैं अच्छी हूँ.
आपसे मिलकर खुशी हुई.
हाँ, मुझे भी आपसे मिलके खुशी हुई.
क्या आप इंग्लिश बोलते हैं?
हाँ, मैं इंग्लिश बोलती हूँ थोड़ा थोड़ा.
थोड़ा
आप
थोड़ा.
हाँ, आपसे सीखा है.
Ah,
हाँ,
and Hindi no bote hai. Do I say that? I don't speak good. Well,
little bit.
little bit. How I say
Yeah.
थोड़ा थोड़ा?
थोड़ा थोड़ा, little bit.
Hindi थोड़ा थोड़ा.
हाँ, हिंदी थोड़ा थोड़ा.
And मेरा नाम Elitom है.
अच्छा, मेरा नाम पिंकी है.
Oh,
हाँ,
आप Pinky अच्छा नाम अच्छा?
हाँ, नाम अच्छा है.
Whoa,
है.
this is a lot of work, but we're learning.
Yeah.
So you're pretty good. And your English is good, so you're helping me. So this is Pinky in Mumbai, India.
Yeah.
She's doing really good helping me. So once again, thank you.
Okay.
Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste.
This is Elitom El-Amin, Breatharian. And today, as I'm biking, we're going to talk about Breatharian motivation. The motivation of things. Hey. Yesterday when I went to go for my evening ride and walk, there was a person who was working out. I know him. And I said, that's good for you that you get your health together. And he said, yeah. But he said, staying motivated is the thing. And a lot of people lack motivation to keep going, to stay consistent. Now we use that word discipline, but on this path, whether if you like the word or not, it's needed. Because that word is a strong connotation because it has work going along with it. And I know we like to doctor up, especially spirituality, whatever we want to call it. Everybody got different definitions for it. And even when you use the word spirituality, it will change throughout your life due to your life experiences and just for you living. So it's not about trying to get a solid definition for it. But what we all do know as human beings, if you want to be successful in something, it's going to take some effort. It's going to take some effort. Dealing with any type of transformation as we go along, and change is inevitable, and all of us is dealing with this thing called life, no matter who you are. So if you want to transform yourself, it is a superpower, but it's going to take discipline and motivation. But the first thing to make that transformation, you got to accept your current position, what you got going on in life, and the physical body. Now, for a long time, people still can't grasp it. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's my buddies. La, 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 la. Mumbai. Mumbai, India. Honk, honk.
I'm feeling so high.
He said he's feeling so high. It's a wonderful world. Everybody jamming. All right. Bye. Wonderful world it is. They're having fun. Everybody's having fun. But again, this is part of the journey again because that was the energy that just fed us. But dealing with this motivation, let's go back to the physical body. We all grew up in the spiritual circles around the world where for some reason, because the physical, as we deal with this materialistic realm, all families dealt with struggles and stuff like that, most people. And it's very hard when you're living in this physical body to start acting up because we don't know it and all of this stuff. But the Breatharian knowledge is a knowledge where it's making you learn about yourself again. You understand our heart is there, it's in your chest, it's beating. How can I get it to beat more efficiently so that I can live, that I can continue? What fuel did I need to go off of? So that's what we're attacking now. Don't try to jump your mind all the way to not eating at all. And I just was talking to a young man yesterday who's still not wrapping his head around it. Because I asked him the question, where's your health at? Well, my health is pretty good. But see, that's our thing. You don't know what health is. You could be healthier than where you're at. That's what we're saying. Being a breatharian, you should be healthier than where you're currently at. No ifs, buts, ands about it. That's how you know you got more energy. So you don't know you lost energy until you got exhausted. Try running down the street today. That don't mean you got to run a marathon. But if you're sitting there out of breath, gasping and stuff, you can make the lungs stronger. This is what we're talking about, a transformation. And they can permanently become stronger. That's the way they're dealing with breath work, where you start holding your breath to what? Enlarge the lungs. This is part of yoga. Hey, what's up, brothers? So we want to make this transformation on all levels. And the physical body is what everybody can relate to. But you got to understand it is the mind and it is the emotions. You won't notice until you start engaging it. It is the mind. So when we deal with a motivation or a discipline, that's a thought process. Now here I am at the beautiful gym, ready to start out this beautiful day. Now this is an awesome gym to have. See, just to come here takes motivation because every day you don't feel the same. I could easily stayed in the bed and all this other good stuff this morning. And I know other people who's around me, they're still in the bed. As soon as they wake up, they're gonna be wondering what to eat for the breakfast first. They ain't even start out the day. They go on to breakfast, put more weight on the body, but they don't understand this type of lifestyle, this type of mode. I woke up this morning and was stretching. Just by stretching, getting the blood flow, and I've been doing this long enough to where that is the nourishment. Breakfast will be a detriment for a breatharian. Yes, breatharians don't eat breakfast. Let's make that clear. It's called breakfast because you're breaking your fast. Apparently you shouldn't have been eating, at night. But of course, dealing with people, the crew that's around me, they was up all night, eating all night because they think that's normal. And that's okay. Nobody's judging it. But on these levels, you go in the other direction. Now, that don't mean I didn't socialize with people. I still can say hi, socialize. We're just so different lifestyles. That's what it's dealing with. So, what you want to do is dealing with this motivation. Some people start, then all of a sudden they'll get caught up. And food is a tough one. It's the greatest drug around. Pastas. If meat didn't taste good, veganism wouldn't have won over a long time ago. You understand? And we're just being real with it. You got all the sugar with the sweets, the cookies, the salts, the chips. Nobody's arguing that. But what you're trying to do is outgrow it. You're not trying to, how should I say, choke it out like it's supposed to disappear. Sweep it under the rug. That's in you because you already did it. But you should be able to outgrow it. Look at yourself, look at your age, ask yourself, did you have a good experience with it? And rotate out of it. Go into something else. Now today I'm gonna be talking to a group dealing with juicing. And juicing is real good because it's just dealing with energy conservation. If it's already blended up or in a juice form, your digestive system don't have to work as hard as breaking it down because it takes energy to break down food. We ain't got to make it mythical or spooky. It ain't got nothing to do really with the substance that's being juiced up. Yeah, I said it. You're going to have improvements. The body's going to be different. The skin is going to change. And even being out here in the sun. And I said this again and again. They only told you get vitamin D from the sun, but you don't have to go through that. That's just what somebody said. This sunlight hitting my skin right now, there's a whole lot more taking place. Moment by moment, I'm feeling better and better. It's clearing up blockages in the body. I'm doing movement because you're designed to move. All these things we take for granted. This is why we got to say you got to start being grateful. And since I've been talking all the way up until now, there was what? This didn't even cost nothing. This is stuff we do normally. Now look at everybody working out. Nice day. Now, of course, they don't have the knowledge we have now. Everybody's out jamming today, having a good time. You see this. It's in the air. Everybody's been waiting for the raining season to stop. All this good stuff. So, of course, we got some good working out today. And then, like people say, see, this is actually the new form of bodybuilding. Now, when bodybuilding first started, you know how the men is competing and the women competing, Mr. Olympia and stuff like that. Well, that actually started, I shouldn't say started, but bodybuilding wasn't here on the planet to really take the body to those type of levels. That is new to the human family. A lot of the strongman stuff started in the circus at the late 1800s. You know, the strongman bending the bar and stuff. But people still didn't know about how you can build up your muscles, build up your body and stuff like that. Oh, man. But as time went on, there was a evolution that took place. Somebody came along, they started developing their muscles, and they had a physique that that was real popular back then. Then pretty soon more people caught on that, man, you mean I could transform my physical body like that? So the whole goal when they started bodybuilding was that you can take the body to its ultimate health. That's the idea. Now today we know that bodybuilding like that, you know, lifting the weights like that, that's damaging the body, especially they got to eat. In order to build big muscles like that, you got to eat a lot. You understand? That's what it's dealing with. And some people ask me sometimes, how can you build muscle without eating? But the thing about it, I can't compete for Mr. Olympia. I don't have that type of body. Now you still got muscle, everybody got muscle. You can build it up, but it's not going to compete for Mr. Olympia. In order to be a Mr. Olympia, you got to eat a lot. So that's the direction it took. Who could get the more bigger, the bulkier? Yes, if you want to get bulky and big and have big muscle, you got to eat a lot. So that if you want to be a sumo wrestler, you have to eat a lot to be a sumo wrestler. But to be a breatharian is going a different way. You're going to transform the physical body. See, the more you exercise and you work with cardio and stuff like that, you will have more energy. Anybody will tell you that, even when they still eating. But your thirst comes through dealing with the what? How should we say? The mucus in the body. Your body produces a lot of mucus every day just by being an eater. The less mucus you get out of the system, the more you won't feel the thirst. That's why usually when people are fasting about the third or fourth day, they don't feel thirsty. The thirst decreases. You gotta understand this. But stop trying to fast your way into breatharianism. That's not what it's about. If you take your time and start working out, building up the body, become a breatharian bodybuilder. We're not saying you need all this muscle or something, but you should be able to walk down the street without getting fatigued. You understand? Now our ancestors traveled great distances. They didn't have grocery stores or supermarkets all over the place. That was a different type of mode of thought. But now with the information we got today, you should be strong all over. You should be a strong human being. Why shouldn't you? Why shouldn't you not? That's the way you got to look at it. So you're taking another launch. Now, I'm just talking about the physical body because the physical, mental, and emotional are all one. When you start what? Getting healthier physically, really healthier, when you notice it, other people notice it. This is what we're talking about, transforming yourself. It's going to what? Change the way you think. You're going to have a better motivation, higher self-esteem. Now let's get into the emotions. I always get people, how do I deal with emotions? We got enough techniques out here now to help you with that emotional thinking. You got to stay motivated again. You got to stop being lazy. You got to start really looking at your thoughts. It's your thoughts. Serious. Put some effort in. Transform yourself. You don't have to always think and make decisions out of anger. Some people it'll be easier than others. But you can work at it if you want to transform on these levels. And no, you're not going to be a breatharian being an angry person. You might as well nip it in the bud. That's another energy that blocks the flow. You can feel it. You don't even need to be an energy worker to know that. Or what we talk about, a light worker. Everybody knows that. You can tell when somebody's angry. You can feel it. You know what it feels like to be around happy people and it picks your energy up. We know this. So now, start working on your emotions. And just by you working on your emotions, taking a better effort, like I said, you can see it on somebody. That means it's part of the physical body. So the physical, you got to take another launch in it. Yes, you're going to become a breatharian athlete. You should walk every day. Yeah, you should. Oh, man. Right. Well, not today. It's raining and all that. No, you're an athlete. You're pushing the body. Right. Your emotions, start working on them. Yes, you can start working on the way you're feeling. I'm unhappy today. Why? Ain't nobody did nothing to you. That's a thought process. You can work on that. Once you start identifying it, work on it. Whatever it takes. I used to walk around one time. I knew a whole lot of scriptures in the Bible, back when I was in the church and stuff. But the reason why I did that is because I wrote a scripture down on a piece of paper, carried it around with me at work, and I kept taking it out, saying it over and over again. He that is in me is greater than he that is in the world. He that is in me is greater than he is in the world. I'm just giving you an example. Over and over again, day after day, till after a while I'll be talking and it was in my conversation. And then when negative thoughts come and different situations come, it'll come right out of me. He that is in me that is greater than in the world. Boom! I'm a whole nother person. This is what you do. Then your mental thinking. Yes, you can exercise your brain. Start reading good material. Start listening to good material. There's all types of mental games you can do. And even when you start staying dedicated by looking at a diet or your food consumption, what are you putting in your body? Write everything down. What are you eating? Well, I fasted for 7 days. I did a 21-dayer. So what did you go back to? It's not for the physical body, it's to discipline the mind. That is mental training. So we're doing all of this and, stop having expectations. But I guarantee if you go above and beyond, over and over again with repetition on your physical body, dealing with your emotions, and dealing with your mental thinking, you're going to transform yourself. The average person, they're not even thinking this way. They don't care the way. They don't care if they're overweight. They don't care if they're skinny. They don't care the way they're thinking. They're saying that's them. When you're on the breatharian journey, you care about all that stuff. Did I say that? Yeah, the average person don't even care. Everybody just playing. But when you're on the breatharian journey, you care about this stuff. It means something. It's valuable. Yes, you meditate every day. That's how you transform the mental mind again. That's how you transform the body. Go sit down somewhere and let your thoughts cool themselves down, and your breath will slow itself down on its own. Every day. Oh, man. So on one level, and I'm going to teach about this one day, we say we are nature. You're connected with nature. Now, that's one level. But actually, when you are on the breatharian journeys, you are going to a level that's unnatural. That's where they brought up the word supernatural. You're going above and beyond nature. An animal, a dog, is part of nature. A deer is part of nature. But you're more powerful than a deer. You're going beyond nature. A deer and a dog ain't more powerful than you. That's why you can't sit up there and say, well, what other animal going around not eating? That's them. You are supernatural. You're God. So nature, you identify it. That's on the first levels. You start using the air that you're breathing, clean air. You start connecting with the earth. You start working with the elements of the sun and the winds and all of this. Start lightening up your diet, cleaning yourself out. Yeah, so you can get to feel the energy of nature, the negative ions, which is good for the body and the mind. Then you're going above and beyond that. You're going to master your body. Your body shouldn't be mastering you. My body's sitting here right now because I told it to sit down. It woke up this morning, I said, this is what we're going to do today. Okay. And there's a thought to say, well, you can shut up. And the more you tell it to shut up, the more it's going to start listening to you. That voice, that negative voice is going to go down more and more and more. This is what we do. This is how we live. You're in my jurisdiction. We're beyond nature. No, I'm not a regular person. I'm a God. I don't need your approval either. I bend reality to my will. This is all my mind. We talk it, but now it's time to be it. I'm going to have a good day today, just like I did yesterday. This is what I do. Oh, man. So we're speaking it now. There ain't no way. You never know what today might bring. It might end up... No, it ain't. It don't work like that here. It ain't that type of party. Oh, man. So, again, we hope you enjoy it. Look at this beautiful day. Everybody's going around. And I hope you take this in. You are going above nature now. This is the Breatharian journey. This is what it's all about, and we're going there. We're doing it. Peace and blessings. Love you.